just like Sam Ellinger back in the 2019 Sugar Bowl said, "We're back. Welcome back to Going for Two. We're so thrilled to be back after a little break, but Parker is here. I am here. I'm fired up, buddy. Parker, I missed you.
Much,
Let's.
much needed break. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm glad to be back. There are two things that we should lead this podcast off of. One of them involves my co-host and the trajectory of his life. Ian is now an engaged man. Congratulations, Ian.
Oh, thank you, dude. I'm so freaking excited, man. We did it where our first date spot was, and it just went perfectly. She loved it. It
Shout out
couldn't have gone
Maria.
any better. Shout out Maria, love you, honey. And yeah, we're gonna get getting married. Like, holy cow,
Woo.
she's an absolute beauty. Everything I've ever wanted in a woman, I have in her, and
That's awesome.
I'm fired up, man. I'm
Yep.
so excited.
Congratulations,
Thank
Ian.
you, thank
One of
you.
us is going to be no longer a bachelor come next April. Now it just leaves me as the lone bachelor. So
You got time. You got time. You're good.
congratulations to you guys. So happy
Oh,
for you. Can't wait for
thank,
the wedding.
thank you, man. No,
Second,
it'll be a lot of fun.
yeah, second part of the breaking news is the man in our backgrounds. If you're not watching on the YouTube, go on to YouTube and subscribe. You're missing a lot of visual bits that we like to do. Russell Westbrook announced his retirement from basketball this morning as we record tonight. And we figured that at the top of the podcast, we would kind of talk about some of our memories. But obviously, both of us, if you're new here, are huge Oklahoma City Thunder fans, have been Thunder fans kind of pretty much since their creation. And Russell Westbrook, if you're writing the history of Oklahoma City Thunder, belongs, I believe, in the first paragraph. And what he has meant for the city, continues to do for Oklahoma City, is so huge. And it's a sad day for basketball fans for sure. But he had a great run, and he's a great player.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we talk about the greatest Thunder player, I think eventually it'll be Shea. But
Yeah.
I don't think Shea will have the legacy that Westbrook has in this city because it was about so much more than basketball. It was he stayed when others would have left. He showed how he was a true leader. And even when he left, it was never like he always showed love to the city when others, maybe wouldn't have. He didn't he didn't consider Oklahoma City a small market. He became his home. And it his legacy, I think, will look different to different people, but I think for Oklahomans, I he he was one of a kind, and he was so special on that floor. And it sucks because he had one. I think he had one more ride in him.
Hmm.
I think he could have done it, and I think teams were offering. I think I saw the Kings and the Wizards were both offering, which I think him going back to Washington would have been really interesting. Pairing him up with Trey Young and Anthony Davis, that would have been, and AJ DeBonsa, that would have been a crazy team. Even if
Hmm.
Westbrook is, the sixth man, that would have been super interesting to see. But he's going out on his own terms. I would love to see an "I did it my way" edit of Westbrook. We just like Duncan and it's Frank Sinatra in the background.
Hmm.
Somebody needs to get on that. I'm sure they will.
It's like you said, he went out on his own terms. Just kind of going through some accolades just off the top of my head. Uh, First person, second person to ever average a triple double. Really,
First in, I
first in the
mean,
modern era
first in modern
of
era.
basketball. Shout out the Big O, Oscar Robinson. I also believe maybe Wilt Chamberlain averaged triple double. But anyway,
I don't know if he did. I don't know if he had the assist.
uh, you've got which led to his MVP. That was his MVP season. And truly, shout out to the rest of that Thunder squad that year. But if Westbrook, if you take him away from that team, that's like a lottery team.
Yeah.
But he
I
led
mean,
them to the playoffs that year, and this was the year after Kevin Durant's departure, unexpected departure, and like you said, it's like he's the guy that the city rallied around after that heartbreak. It
and
was
he
like it was like, and we'll say it. He was Robin to Kevin Durant's Batman. And imagine Gotham City if Batman just like dipped and joined the villains. Robin had to step up, and he did. He took on the mantle and became a completely different player in some ways, a leader of that locker room, and I think established himself. If you did a like all NBA team of the 2010s, where do you think he lands? Third team? Do you think he makes third team?
all all team of the 2010s, so that whole decade. Well, let's see. LeBron, you put KD in there. I think you'd put Curry.
For
Um,
sure.
could you make the argument that he's right? You put him at shooting guard next to Curry? Or is that just the Thunder tinted glasses I have on?
I think like Chris Paul
Yeah. Chris,
belongs on
Chris,
that list.
all right,
Probably
Chris
Clay
Paul's great.
Thompson belongs on that list.
Yeah, not of a Russ though.
Um,
I could give you Chris Paul. I feel like he's at least second team
yeah,
of the all decade. But it depends on what you want. I mean,
I think that he would be in if you did. He would make an All NBA first, second, or third team. Probably not first team, but second or third team of the 2010s. That could be Thunder, like tinted glasses speaking, but I mean, the man averaged a triple double
like
and then
three
did it again.
consecutive
And
years
then, yeah, and then kept doing it.
with Paul George and with Carmelo for that 1 year. I mean, that stretch, I know they didn't win, but it was so good.
I mean, you also, I don't, I don't think Kobe would go, even though they did win a championship in 2010.
Yeah, well, Kobe retired in 2016, so I feel like that
Yeah.
you got to complete the whole run.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, I want to read you. This is just the first three games of the 2016-2017 season. Against Philadelphia, 32, 12, and 9. Against Phoenix in overtime, 51, 13, and 10.
Whew.
Against the Lakers, 33, 12, and 16. That was just October.
Yeah, he that year he was a freak, a force of nature that was just willing his team to win.
I mean, there was
And people called him accused him of being a stat patter. Go and watch some of those games, man. He was fighting for those rebounds. You cannot say maybe later on in his career when he wasn't with the Thunder, and I will say kind of the end of the Thunder when they were entering the tank era, he was kind of struggling a bit, just kind of with his role on the team. But
because
you
okay,
cannot say that he did not make other players better around him.
no, because I feel okay. If I remember this right, I think it was the series with the Jazz, 2018. It was Russ and Paul George went cold. Melo
Hmm.
went cold. 2019, I think the same thing happened. Paul George got cold. Westbrook was still like doing his thing. So I'm just looking at these stats. There was a game against Phoenix. He had 26 and 22 assists.
Is he
Just
your favorite Thunder player of all time?
I always say my favorite Thunder player was Steven Adams.
Okay.
From a skill, he's up there. But I'm always gonna like
He'll always be first team Thunder.
he'll always be. I mean, I think he's the most important Thunder player in its history
Ooh.
because
Ooh.
what he did at the beginning when they just got there, never played for the Sonics. He was I guess technically Harden was the first technically Thunder draft pick. When he was drafted by the Sonics technically.
Right.
What he did in the beginning is part of the foundation. When Durant left, he was a part, like it was his
You know,
team and the city rallied around him.
Paul George, that trade, which led to Shea, which led to the picks, which led to all that. That doesn't, I mean, Paul George doesn't agree to come to the Thunder and then sign an extension if not for Westbrook. So
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
have to agree with you in that sense.
Yeah. I mean,
Shea might go down as the most impactful in terms of like the span of history because, I mean,
yeah.
he's already got
He,
multiple MVPs, finals MVP, finals, but
well,
that doesn't happen without Russ.
I think eventually Shea will go down as the greatest Thunder player of all time, but there will still be
He
something on
already is.
mind.
He already is the best Thunder player
Yeah, he got the ring. Um, there's just
to me.
something about Westbrook, man.
I
Because
mean, it's just kind of
it
like
goes back to the
it's like
legacy thing.
what's more important? Yeah, like totality of a career. But I mean, Shea could like what he's done is so like massive. That's not what this is about. That's not. We
I
can
mean,
debate that some other day. But
Shea's more efficient. I
I
will give
agree
you
with you
that.
that Russ is the most important Thunder player. He kept hope alive when there was none. And he truly was. Everybody people in the NBA were like, "Man, Russell Westbrook, what a great complimentary player." You know, he's this athletic freak of nature that probably I would argue he was the fastest player in the NBA for a good stretch.
He could jet down the floor.
Combine that with his in like base 40-inch vert, like he is an absolute maniac athletically. Sometimes he got hot from the mid range, and it was just off to the races. But nobody was like, this guy Russ can lead a team. Nobody thought that back then. It was always he is second fiddle and a great complementary piece to KD. And he proved he could lead a team. And like I said, kept hope alive. We'll never forget the cupcake comment. Never forget. And the genuine disgust with Kevin Durant after he left matched the city. Like it would have been weird if Russ would have been like chummy with KD after.
Yeah.
He was not. They did not shake hands till way later, years and years later. And we'll always love him for it.
And what well, I'm looking this up from the first stats. That 2016-2017 year, he missed one game. Just one.
Wow.
That that's just incredible.
Was
It
it
is
because he
really
was suspended for too many technicals?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Uh,
Something is rattling around my brain. That is another thing about Russ is he like led the league in technicals.
it was him and Boogie. It was him and it was him and DeMarcus Cousins. I felt like that happened.
I liked those teams with him and Paul George and Melo. Team singular with Melo.
I no, I did too. I think it was a fun era, and it was. I mean, there were times where I thought they can get it because when Paul George was playing like he was, because there was a moment where he was considered an MVP candidate,
Yeah, playoff P.
and then he choked in the playoffs.
Now he's playoff PEE.
Playoff PED,
Now, but he could be the reason why the Sixers do well.
which we haven't talked about that yet. LeBron is a 76er.
Anything,
Huh?
final thoughts on Russ?
He will
Brody,
ne retire the number. Retire the number now.
build a statue.
Build the statue of the new arena. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
he needs to sign a 1 day, retire the number, opening night.
What's your favorite Russell Westbrook play?
Ooh. So there's I think I got to see this one live. It's the shot against the Lakers where it's just a
Yeah.
Herculean effort in game 5 of the divisional, or not divisional, sorry, I think of baseball. Second round, Western Conference semifinals. I think there's so many good dunks. I was watching highlights today. The
Yeah.
shot he had with zero point 0.7 seconds to go, where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, tip in. They're like down by however many. And I was like, wow.
Mine is the steal and slam against the Spurs
Oh.
to put away the Spurs.
You know, it's another good one, even though they didn't win this game. The Steven Adams missed free throw and then the immediate three afterward. I don't know if he got no, I think Adams got his own rebound, passed it to Westbrook, and Westbrook made the three.
Mine, another one for me is the game winner against the Nuggets, the
Oh,
MVP
classic.
year. Yeah.
The what a perfect ending to an
Yeah.
historic season.
Yeah. And that game I remember because I was watching that at somebody else's house and they were dead in that game. Like he brought them all the way back and
Kyle
then
Singler was on the floor.
won it at the last. Um
We were playing Kyle Singler, and you
what
won an MVP. Like,
what what a season, what a career. Thank you, Russ, for
thank you,
everything.
Russ.
And that's going to be one of the hardest tickets in town the day that they honor him.
Yeah. No, it's
So, and thank you again to Russ for his continued support of Oklahoma City and all of the community service efforts that he's done since.
now I do what I want.
Yep.
Also, I got to say this. I saw a clip. It was of Jim Traber, and I think he opened his show just celebrating that he won a bet that Westbrook would never win a title. What an
The
what
number
a
one biggest hater, the number one biggest hater of
number one
Westbrook.
biggest hater of Russ. That's a loser. That's how you open the show. That's loser talk, honestly. Jim,
Crazy the day after Al Eshbeck, his longtime radio host partner, retires.
thank you, Al. 50
It's
years
not
is
till 27.
crazy.
It's not till 2027, but still.
Oh, okay. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I registered that as the end of this year.
It's I think it's the end of this football season.
No, wouldn't it be the end of next season?
No. It's the end of the 2026-27 football season.
Oh, is that what it said? I thought it said the end of the 2027 year.
Maybe, but that would mean he would retire halfway through a football season. I don't know. I don't listen to the sports channel very often. But yeah, I'm not surprised Traber took a victory lap because again, he was the number one hater of Westbrook for many years.
It
He committed to that bit.
Pathetic, honestly, pathetic.
Tough.
Honor. like you are honoring a like he is a pillar to the city, and you're just gonna do that. Like,
Yeah, tough. It's tough.
why are you going with that? It's dumb.
Um, On to LeBron news, like you mentioned. While we were out on our vacations slash engagements, uh, LeBron James is a Philadelphia 76er. And all of a sudden, the Sixers have vaunted up the Eastern Conference contenders chart.
Well, I mean, they were already up there with the acquisition of Jaylen Brown. Um,
The starting lineup of Maxey, Brown, LeBron, Embiid, and whoever you want to throw in there else.
Edgecombe.
They've got plenty of other guys. Edgecombe, Dean Wade, whatever. It'll be
Yeah,
Edgecombe.
Dean Wade starting over Edgecombe? No way, right?
Yeah, probably no way in year two. Dean Wade, not a bad player though.
Kansas State
Um,
alum.
that's even like Embiid is going to be healthy for we can presume 30 to 40% of the season. Like whenever they trot out that lineup, that's going to be wild.
I'm gonna say something, and I
This may
feel
have been
like
fake. This may have been fake. Stamp, possibly fake.
mhm.
I saw this thing where it's like Embiid is already taking LeBron's like extensive like vitamin supplement cocktail that he takes, and he is like working out with some of LeBron's trainers.
Uh, all right. I guess. I don't know. I I don't know. I think this sets up for Joel Embiid, it somehow being Joel Embiid's fault. I think if it doesn't go LeBron's way, because Aiden was the fall guy, I could see Embiid being the fall guy. Like, why are you not healthy? Why are you never like why
Well, now
like
wait, whoa, 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 whoa. How can you?
I could see
I can see. I agree with your take that that could happen, but that's kind of ridiculous if that does happen because that's like getting mad at a dog for wagging its tail. It's like Embiid is going to be hurt. Like that's not even like a he's
that's on
never played a full season.
well, it's never going to be LeBron's fault.
The
That's not
most
how
he's
like
played
the
in a
media
season
won't
is
spin it
60
like that.
games.
I know. I'm just saying that's I think that's the narrative that'll be spun.
Why don't they just like
That or Jaylen Brown. They'll flip the narrative on Jaylen Brown. Somebody's
Jaylen Brown? He finally is like, I get it, my own team, and it's like, well, psych.
you
Uh,
might be option four. Like
for 1 year at least, because
somebody.
it was a 2 year deal with the player option after the first.
Mhm.
So yeah, like it's like yeah, Brown, take a seat
Yeah.
for a year, but
Like the way I see it, I think Embiid will likely be the fall guy, and that's how the narrative will spin. Does it right or wrong?
you
I,
you're telling me though, Embiid can't play every third game. Like if Embiid plays every game and doesn't play the second game of a back to back, like that's not possible. Like I know last year he had the crazy appendicitis situation.
that was nuts.
Like that's not going to happen again. So I think Embiid could theoretically play 40 games of the regular season. Like that, like if you took an over under, I would say over.
Is that going to be enough though?
That I don't know. And also it's like
Because who's the
are you going to strategically cuz you got to who cares about that? It's the playoffs that matter. And the Sixers are more than a playoff team. So it's like how are we going to integrate this? It's like maybe he just plays like the back half of the season. I don't know, but it's
so
crazy. It's crazy that LeBron did this, but it's also insane how Philadelphia fans responded. Like this is not 33-year-old LeBron. This is 40-year-old, gonna be 41-year-old LeBron in December, and he's still very, very good.
Have you seen their
Like,
backup centers?
no,
Ariel Huckporty,
tough.
who was with the Knicks last year, mostly with the Westchester Knicks, the 2024 58th overall pick, and then a forward slash center, Adam Bona, the 41st, the 41st draft pick in the 2024 draft as well. I think I butchered that name. And he's been playing with the Delaware Bluecoats for
Yeah.
most of it.
So
They have, okay, I'll say this. Last year he played in 71 games.
Embiid.
And no, Bona.
Oh,
4.8 points, 4.3 rebounds, 1.2 blocks.
you know, a
Average
lot of veteran.
17.4 minutes a game.
There's always veteran centers out there.
Yeah. And if you want to know how many games Joel Embiid played, it was 38. The last time he played 60 games or more was 2022, 2023.
Which he was like second in the MVP.
Yeah.
So his stats though in the 38 games are crazy.
Yeah, I mean 26.9,
Oh,
7.7 rebounds, 3.9 assists. Uh, Not as high as his 2023, 2024 stats, but he also played 39 games, 34.7 points,
whew.
5.6 assists, and 11 rebounds.
Who
Let me look at
knows?
the, let me look at the playoff
Do you
numbers.
think that they are? Do you think in a miracle world where they roll into the Eastern Conference playoffs and everybody's healthy, do you think that they are good enough to beat the Knicks?
Not really, no.
Do you think they're good enough to beat the Celtics?
Maybe they already did, and they just swapped players. So I would think, in theory, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tatum will be 100%,
Yeah,
but
Tatum will be 100%, but your second guy is Paul George now. So
36-year-old Paul George coming
36-year-old Paul
off
George.
terrible PED suspension.
You light my fire.
Uh, it makes the East interesting at least now with the Pacers and Halliburton coming back. You've got the Wizards, like you mentioned, will be a fun team. I think the Hornets had a good thing going, and then they traded away their best
They ru
player.
they
So
ruined that so bad. The Heat, I mean, with Giannis and Bam, I
yeah,
mean,
Heat. So the East is
the
interesting
Heat
now.
could like you pack the post, you will probably beat the Sixers.
Yeah, I mean they're going to struggle against teams that that play well. I mean they're going to struggle against the Spurs.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get killed against the
Who's going to
Spurs.
guard him? Who is going to guard him? Wembanyama if Embiid is hurt. LeBron, brother.
Yeah, have fun with
Did
that.
you
Have
see
fun with
the
that.
videos of Wembanyama? I don't want to. This will not be a Wembanyama propaganda podcast by any means. That's the opposite of that.
Yeah.
But the videos of Wembanyama doing the Dirk fadeaway have hit my desk,
I
and
I
I
have
hate
I
it.
have seen those too. Oh no.
Hate to see that.
It's bad.
Chet, lock
Chet,
in Chet.
he was in the gym. I think I saw there's a gym video.
More than that. We need more than that.
Ben Simmons
We
is
need
available.
you.
The
We need
propaganda for Ben Simmons is here.
Ben.
The
Ben. Uh,
By the way,
I did see that Ben Simmons is like wanting to make a return to the NBA, and somebody was like, "Presty alert! Presty alert!" It's like,
he'll have his best
brother,
season.
brother.
No.
We are not
No,
wasting a roster spot on
no.
washed Ben Simmons.
Who should the Thunder use for that last roster spot?
I mean, ideally, it is a wing. I am not going to freak out like other people, but it our lack of wings is kind of glaring right now.
All right, I'm looking at the current NBA free agents. They were going to try to get Spencer Jones, but then the Nuggets matched.
I firmly believe that that was just a ploy to get the Nuggets into the second apron, but I loved the attempt.
Peyton Watson's still available. So here are some of the
Peyton Watson,
avail.
another RFA for the Nuggets.
Yeah, so he'll probably have to walk. So here's some of the
It's
available
already
free agents
over.
right
It's already
now
over. The deadline to match is over.
for Watson.
Because the
Oh,
deadline was like the next day for Jones.
oh, okay, okay. So
He could still go back to the Nuggets if nobody else wants him.
true. So here's some of the available free agents. Would you like shooting guards specifically, small forwards? What do you
People who
want?
are preferably like 6'7" and up.
No, what did you say? What did you do? You better not have said that. Nicholas Batum
No,
is
I do
available.
not want 40-year-old Nicholas
He
Batum.
is 37. DeMar DeRozan, also 37.
Mm, I don't hate that. Now hold on, I don't hate that. I don't hate Batum either that he's 37. I thought he was older than that. I don't hate it. Veteran presence, get DeRozan a ring.
Peyton Watson is 6'8", by the way.
Would love Peyton Watson.
Let me,
He might be too much. They may want too much money. Like he probably wants too much money.
maybe.
And he
Gotta
probably
go
also
down the
wants
list
something
here.
long term. The Thunder probably can't give him anything long term.
Let's see. Bismack Biyombo is 6'8", but I don't think we could bring him back.
Watson
Uh,
is also more of a power forward now that I think about it. I'm talking we need
Now
3 and
Watson is
D.
I think it
We
says
need
Watson's a shooting guard.
we need 3 and D.
Doug
Yeah,
McDermott,
Dougie McBuckets.
Jonathan Kuminga.
Now hold on. That's interesting. Kaminga's like 23 and been in
Yeah.
the league for like 7 years.
The bucket.
I'm interested. You had my attention, but now you have my curiosity.
Last played for the Hawks.
I do think the
Um,
Thunder, do we have an extra roster spot?
I think so.
So Presti's
Amir Coffey
probably
is also available.
the fact that nobody is signed yet is probably because Presti's not interested.
Yeah.
So he might be just waiting. I don't know. Who knows?
He did
But
drop Payton Sandford,
yeah, we did. But
which we don't.
this is not time for basketball. I know that we're thinking it's on our brains because we're talking about LeBron and Westbrook, some of the stuff that we've missed out on. But it's football time in America.
It is. It is. I'm gonna change
You
my
can
background
feel.
because of it. Oh. What is your favorite like football theme song?
I mean, you got to go uh the Sunday night theme song, Sunday night football theme song.
Got a counterpoint for you. That SEC college football theme.
The the CBS theme. Yeah. I mean that hits. Miss you, Vern.
Miss you, Vern. Oh, Danielson's gone too. It was all right. What?
Um Also, you got to go with if you're talking theme music, uh, big and rich. We are coming to your city. We are coming to your city.
One little yin with a yin yang. One little
Uh,
thing with a yin yang.
Also
What?
the greatest, um, like every year they pick a different song as like the college football like ESPN song, and it's got to be Believer, right? Is that what you're thinking? The Imagine Dragons year where it was like Believer? No, I'm thinking of something. You're
It
thinking of
wasn't
something different.
Believer. I don't think it was
No,
Believer. They did a different one.
no, my favorite one was recent and it was Post Malone.
Yeah, Something Real. That was the best one.
Yes.
That was the best
Oh
one.
my goodness. That
Bow, bow, bow.
I after
Centuries.
this I'm rewatching that.
I did this last year. I looked through the whole thing. It was that one. It was Centuries from the first year. And then it was I really
Remember
like
me for
Collider.
centuries. Yeah.
Collider, I think it was 2016. That one
Yeah.
was really good. Collide.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Banger.
Uh but but everyone's crazy about Sunday night.
you know, it's good. That's good. I don't know why. I don't feel that you give me
This I'm workshopping a take. I'm gonna run out. I'm going to give the prototype take. I've been workshopping this for a few years on the down low. I am so absolutely pumped for college football. I cannot wait. We're going to do our ACC conference preview shortly after this. But the
okay.
state of college football disturbs me in such a way that I might have to be an NFL guy. I might have to go 51-49 NFL.
No. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. I feel you.
This is a
I
prototype
feel you.
take. This is a prototype take.
My problem is everyone's an NFL guy. And that the NFL is king. I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to do that. 'Cause everyone dives in the NFL. And we will dive into the NFL. I like being a college guy. College
I
football
mean,
guy.
college football
Let
is
me
my
clarify.
favorite sport. College football is my favorite sport. I will be at Boone Pickens Stadium for 7 games this year celebrating. But it you have to we have to start factoring in that the state of college sports is in disarray right now.
Now, I
And
want
they're
to
only going to make it worse, Ian. They're adding more teams.
think they pushed back on a 20 team playoff from ESPN. It's got to stay at 12. I think 12. I wish you would go back to like 8 or 6.
The national championship game, like 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, is ridiculous.
I agree. I think the season needs to end on New Year's Day.
Has it? They've got to do something. I mean, they're allowing guys who are like not supposed to play anymore another year because of
They veto
Judge.
that. No, they canceled that. They canceled that. I think the class of 22 rule. I think they like pause that.
Either way, it almost happened. Like you can just go and get a judge to do stuff. And like college has to figure it out. They have to figure it out because it's starting to seep in. Like the NIL stuff didn't bother me. You know, all that kind of transfer portal, it does kind of suck that you don't get your favorite players now for an extended amount of time, whatever. But now it's starting, like the seams of something sinister are like starting to peek out. And it was always there. It was always there, like underhanded stuff.
Hmm.
But now it's just like in your face, and I don't like it. It makes me feel icky. It's like this kid, this sophomore, got paid millions and millions of dollars to transfer here. That I,
It sucks. No, I agree. It
it's
sucks.
icky. It's just icky. And that's not to mention the take that I floated out last year that I'm going to double down on this year. The homogenization of college football is a real thing. And the reason is you're dealing with so many of these portal guys that you can't really have a super complex offensive or defensive play calls and scheme because you have to teach them in like a couple months. So the gone are the days of where Oregon is this crazy offense that nobody else is like, or Iowa is able to have this ground and pound defense. Everybody plays the same defense. Most people play the same exact offense. It's all the same coordinators running the exact same plays, the same schemes, and it's for two reasons. One, because that's just how coaching trees work. And two, because you have to turn around your roster so quickly, you can't make things super complex. And it frustrates me.
I think you have to, and I think eventually when the NCAA just like we don't have to mess with it anymore. I think we didn't see some more regulations because I think you have to limit the transfers, the amount of times you can transfer. I
Isn't
think you,
that part of when they just did the rule where it's like you get 5 years, there's basically no more red shirt?
hmm
I thought there was something to do with the portal in that.
I had not heard about that.
I
I
think
I
it's
think that
still twice, but
yeah, I
but
think you
if
you
your
should only do
coach
it twice.
leaves, but if your coach leaves, you get unlimited
Yeah,
as long as your coach leaves.
if your coach, I think the rule should be if your coach leaves, you can go with them. Then it doesn't count.
Yeah.
But if you go elsewhere, that you lose a transfer spot. That's just me. And then I think you bring back college football is the regionalization. You revert back to the conferences of the 2010s.
I
That won't happen. I think what may
it's
happen
not.
is we end up with an SEC and we end up with a Big Ten and they
And then you
swallowed
just
everything up. And then you go back to
divisions.
pods and then, yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. I mean, you basically,
The
now
Big
you get a,
12,
yeah.
basically the Big 12. If there may be some that go Big 10,
The Big
like
12 feels,
Iowa State, Kansas State probably go Big 10.
what I feel like we've ended up at is we have ended up with the SEC and the Big Ten being the equivalent of Republicans and Democrats, and you
Ooh.
got third party, which is just the Big 12, the ACC, everybody else. We're all just third party, and it's just SEC and Big Ten all the time, you know?
Although
Because now you got the networks.
ACC almost won the title
They
last
did.
year.
That doesn't matter.
Um,
SEC could swoop them up,
they could.
and I think they would. I think Miami would leave in a heartbeat.
They would.
And
Who do you think is a stronger conference? If you it has to be SEC. They absorb basically all of the ACC and the Big 12. The
oh, you're
only
saying,
Big 10
yeah, but I think the
if it's
Big Ten
just
would absorb whatever's left of the kind of Pac-12 schools and whatever's up north. I think it'll literally end up being like north and south. I think
yeah, but I mean Notre Dame goes Big 10. That'd be
they
huge.
would.
BYU
Um,
goes Big 10. Kansas State, Iowa State go Big 10.
yeah.
But then you got
Um,
Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Baylor, all the Texas schools.
Arizona State.
See, they may go Big 10.
Nah,
They're
the academic
Pac-12.
standard. The academic standard.
Yeah, so we bring them in, especially Arizona for basketball.
Mm. Arizona State for their influencing degree. Did you see that? They now have an influencer degree.
Wow.
It would be Arizona State that did that.
Wild meter, wild.
Wild.
Uh,
Very wild.
that could be something that we talk about at a different time. I am ready to talk about the ACC though in the
Let's do
preview.
it. Let's do it.
Starting off, so last year, a quick recap of last year. Back up. Every week we're going to do some form of college football preview, conferences as a whole, leading into college football.
Up
This
until yeah, week 0, I think.
this week we're doing a preview of the ACC. Last year, the
Was for
championship
was Duke.
game was
Was
Duke,
Duke in Virginia.
but Miami made the playoffs based on their as an at-large bid and made it all the way to the title game
They
and was
barely
about
got in.
1 minute away from winning.
And then Carson Beck threw an interception.
Carson Beck played really well in that Hall of Fame game.
You know who won the game though? Hayes King, Georgia Tech guy.
You know who Georgia Tech's quarterback is going to be this year?
Who? Wait, who?
Mendoza's little brother. That's where he transferred.
Oh,
Ricardo.
oh, Ricardo Mendo. Oh, frick, dude.
Yeah, he's at Georgia Tech.
Well, another guy that's at Georgia Tech, Justice Hayes
Yes,
from
from Michigan.
Michigan. He had the 75-yard run against Oklahoma. I think he was at
Former five-star
Alabama.
number one running back.
Yes, from the area. He was at Alabama,
So
went to Michigan, and now
my
he's at Georgia Tech.
I'll start off with kind of a softball, which is player of the year. I think
Okay.
this has to be Darian Mensa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Darian
That
Mensa, if you remember, started out at Tulane, played really well against OU. Then he goes to Duke, kills it. And then in an extremely controversial poaching, Miami takes him away this year. In conference transfer, not only did they take him, they took the best receiver at Duke also.
poached.
Tough.
Very tough.
Tough for Duke, who had a pretty good season last year with Mensa. But I
ACC
think,
champion went 7-6. Also, they lost to Tulane, who made the playoff.
I
Like,
think
it was a
Mensa is going
mess.
to have a massive year.
Him and Malachi Tony are the guys that I consider for player of the year. There's one more who I'll tell you about in a little bit. But yeah, I mean it if Miami doesn't win the ACC this year, which they've never done, you have to start asking questions because
Notre Dame
it
is not eligible for these awards really,
no, they don't
but
no, they don't count.
CJ Carr would have been an option.
If I mean CJ Carr is a candidate for the Heisman.
Yeah,
Like I think
dog.
he's that good. I think the Notre Dame team is pretty good. Um I think I ended up figuring out my playoff teams, by the way, but I won't reveal them until we do our official like playoff prediction. But I do have my teams. I don't have my national championship yet. Don't have my national champion yet.
I sent you who I thought was going to win it all. I will also
Yes.
wait.
Yeah. I didn't know if that was going to change. The way
It is subject to change weekly.
yeah, the way he worded it, I thought I think I just misread it. I thought it said he was choosing a different champion every week.
Well,
That
that could
may end up
happen.
happening.
But so Notre Dame's weird because they play like this ACC abbreviated schedule, but they are
They
not
also play
eligible
BYU.
for they're not eligible for the conference championship game. But if you wanted to go down, did was you also had Mensa or Tony? Um, so if you want to look at contenders,
Hmm.
it's Miami and Notre Dame are the two big ones. But Notre Dame kind of is like this weird outlier. So
Yeah.
then you get into this big mess of teams.
Hmm.
And I don't know if I really believe it, but I went with Clemson.
Hmm.
Dabo finally dipped into the portal. Now he only got 10 guys, which is way less than most people. But if Clemson doesn't bounce back, Dabo's on the like Dabo's getting fired. So I think they've got a new offensive coordinator in Chad Morris, who they made magic together in the past. It's a little bit like Last Dance vibes out of Clemson. Like we're bringing back some of the old gang, uh, and trying to make this work. They've got a guy. Their quarterback was Klubnik's backup. He has a really hard to say last name. Um, he in limited snaps looked pretty solid. So I think Dabo and Clemson emerge out of this middle, which is spongy.
So I honestly I disagree. I don't think Clemson is because last year was supposed to be like the this is Clemson's year. I picked them to be my national champion.
I think I did too. I may have
Klubnik,
picked Ohio State.
yeah. No Klubnik. I it just doesn't they lost a lot of talent for that 7-6 team. I just don't know if they can replicate that right away. I have them as my pretender. I have Clemson as my pretender because what has Chad Morris done lately?
Hmm.
Flamed out at Arkansas as a head coach. I think he was a high school coach for a minute. Like he is not.
Coached his son, who was at Virginia last year.
He's at Texas. His last job was Texas State as a receivers coach in 2024.
Yeah, no, it's on paper. It looks bad, but I mean, he does have this history with Dabo,
That history was 12 years ago.
and they had Deshaun Watson for before Sean Watson got lobotomized. Pre-lobotomy, Deshaun Watson.
I don't know if that was even with Watson. That might have been with Boyd. Maybe you have
Wasn't
one year
wasn't
with
he there till
Watson.
2017?
Deshaun. No, he was there until 2014.
Oh, then no. I take it all back. He did not get Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson 2014 through 2016. Let me find his college stats real quick because I'm looking those up.
So actually, they got better after Chad Morris left. Morris coached Boyd and Sammy Watkins, DeAndre
DeAndre
Hopkins.
Hopkins. No, no, wait, no. I don't think he coached DeAndre Hopkins. I think DeAndre Hopkins is in the league already.
Hmm. So
Uh,
it on paper it looks bad, but
on paper, it's really bad.
all
Do
I
you know who
can
their
say
defensive coordinator is? It's
no.
Tom Allen. He used to coach Indiana.
Yeah, when they were
He
not
was at
great.
Penn State and they replaced him with Jim Knowles. And this is his second
I
year on
kind
the
of feel I
staff.
feel bad about this Clemson pick. However, who are we going to go with? Louisville
Yeah.
as the next team? I mean that's an option.
Louisville or SMU. I trust Louisville more. I really do. Their quarterback, they got the transferred from Ohio State. He goes by the name of. Did I not keep that in my notes? I didn't keep it in my notes. Darn it. Give me a minute. He had a hard to pronounce last name too, so I got to find that real quick. I think it's possible they beat Ole Miss in Nashville. They avoid a kind of a lot of the contenders. And honestly, if they beat Ole Miss and SMU in week 3, that's pretty much their schedule. And I think they get coast.
Christopher Vecina is Clemson's quarterback.
The um, Lincoln Kinholz is the Ohio State kid. Another transfer they got Trey Richardson from Vanderbilt, who he played at Washburn in 2024. So I think I saw him. I think I saw him play. No, no, because that game was at that game was at Topeka
Mm.
in 2024. They did lose. Oh no, they still have Isaac Brown.
Louisville is replacing a lot. And I mean, yeah, you're trusting like an Ohio
Not
State
as
guy who's never played.
not as much as you think.
Whole offensive line.
They got it. They filled that up with transfers. They got a guy from South Carolina, a guy from Kentucky, a guy from Boston College.
True.
They could
SMU
gel.
SMU has the second most experienced quarterback in the conference.
Yeah, Kevin Jennings. And Kevin Jennings is great. He's so great they named the recovery center after him. And that's where he is right now, actually, in the recovery center. I think he hurt his hand.
Yeah.
I it is very possible that SMU like does the thing,
Mm-hmm.
is that second team. I just think it's at the game's that game's at Louisville. I think Louisville has an edge in that game. And I'm a big Jeff Brom guy. I'm gonna read their schedule off. You ready for this? Ole Miss, Villanova, SMU, Wake Forest at NC State, dangerous place to play. Florida State at Syracuse, Stanford at Georgia Tech, at North Carolina, Pittsburgh at home, at Kentucky.
That's not a bad schedule.
That is a very they could lose to Ole Miss and realistically win out.
Yeah.
I don't think they will. I think they'll drop one.
Hit late in the year is hard.
Good thing that game's at home. They also have to play Florida State on like a Friday. In Louisville though.
They
That
don't
that bodes well
play
for them.
on a Saturday game till week 3. Their first game is
Oh,
Sunday against
frick,
Ole
you're right. It's
Miss,
Sunday and
and
then they
Villanova's
play
Friday.
Friday. Gives them an extra day of rest for SMU. I mean,
I think that that's it's it's between those few teams. I mean, you might can throw in there,
I would argue Virginia too.
yeah, Virginia.
I like Bo Perbula. He
I
transferred from
have
Missouri.
He's my newcomer of the year, Bo Perbula.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I have Justice Hayes as my newcomer of the year.
That was an option for sure.
I I like Georgia
Or
Tech. Just
Mendoza.
in
It was him or Mendoza. If Georgia Tech goes off again, then
it might be Mendoza. No, I agree.
okay, my coach of the year is James Franklin.
Ooh,
I
I
think that
lo-
I
I like
think that
that pick.
I think that if they get 7 or 8 wins, then he deserves it cuz they were terrible.
Yeah, they went
They've been terrible.
3-9. It'd be nice for Virginia Tech to be good again. But you know what's weird? Their their last head coach is their defensive coordinator now,
That is weird.
Brent Pry. They fired him, and then he's like, "Well, I guess I'll take the other office then."
They just
They're
demoted him
they demoted
essentially.
him. Well, they fired him, and then he got hired back. Like there was an interim.
James
It was
Franklin was
Philip
like, "Hey,
Montgomery. Hey, you want to come back? I guess I haven't sold my house yet. Go for it, dude.
I think Virginia Tech and James Franklin are a match made in heaven. And I think James Franklin brought in a really good transfer class, and I think that they could get to 7 or 8 wins.
So, I mean, I think it's very possible. You have to look at the schedule though. I'm looking at the schedule. September, Maryland, at Maryland. That could be dangerous. At California.
That's dangerous
Let me tell you, I don't think I put him down as a player of the year option,
with
but
Moana at quarterback.
I am high on Moana. Wait, no. Did I say that wrong? I feel like I
It's
may have said
Tui
that.
Ahamui.
No, that's the is it? Hold on.
Cal's quarterback.
Yeah. His
He's
name's
my
like
guy. I watched him. He was like my. I always watched Cal late at night.
I
I
thought
don't
his
know his
name
name.
what's
I.
his name? I
It's
okay, I'm
like
glad we're on the same page here.
it's
I
Kuya.
no, it's Sagapalute.
That's what I said.
Sagapalutele.
That's what I said.
Jaron Kawhi. Yeah, that guy.
Jaron
Jaron?
Kawhi Nutella.
JKS. We're calling him JKS. We should have just done that from the beginning. JKS might be a player of the year option. I'm high on Cal. I like their head coaching hire. I think they can get to maybe 7, 8 wins.
Love the
They were
Bears.
7-6 last year. They bring in this new coach. Their offensive coordinator is no longer Brian Harsons,
They play
or
at 10
Harson,
o'clock
which
at
is
night
huge.
every night.
Yeah.
They start the games at 10 o'clock.
An incredibly sneaky game, Cal and UNLV in Vegas, October
Dan.
3rd.
Dirty Dan.
Dirty Dan Mullen with Jackson
He's this
Arnold.
is this is his audition this year to get another P4 job.
I think he might do it. I think he's going to do it. He is on the short, UNLV is on the short list of playoff contenders for me in the group of five. We don't have to get to that now.
Wouldn't mind him at Baylor. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, he'd be good at Baylor. That's a good spot. I like that. That's a good call. They
That's
host
why we do it,
Clemson,
folks. That's a loss.
host Virginia Tech, have to go to SMU, have to go to NC State, have to go
You
to
mean
Virginia.
Virginia?
They may like I could see them beating Clemson. I could see them beating Virginia Tech. I
Who are
could
you
see them
talking
going
about?
on Cal. I could
Oh,
see
I thought you
Cal
were
going
talking
on
about
the.
Virginia Tech again.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. Virginia Tech's solid. Um, I put Mario Cristobal as my coach of the year. I
That was, I mean, that's right there. Yeah.
I mean, I hate doing that because I like choosing a coach that's under the radar and like has a good turnaround season or has a season nobody expects. But I think Cristobal is probably only going to lose one game, and that may be Notre Dame. He'll go undefeated in the conference. I think that's just the play. That's just the play. Um,
What about Florida State?
man, I like Mike Norvell. In general, I like Florida State. But I don't think they're 5-7 last year. New offensive coordinator. Got a couple guys from. Oh wait, I'll keep
Auburn,
going.
they got the guy that came from Auburn, Ashton Daniels, a quarterback, pretty good.
Oh, he's solid. Okay. Also got Brock Glenn from Western Kentucky. No, he transferred to Western Kentucky. My bad. Uh, I mean, they're gonna get smoked by Alabama. Like that's gonna be that might be ugly.
Mm-hmm.
They might. There's a world where I could see them beating SMU on that Labor Day Monday game. That's just a team that's hard to read. I could see Norvell going 7-5 and maybe saving his job, but there's a lot of teams in the ACC that are in that like middling tier, and that's kind of where they are.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know what you do to like this to fix it. Like it is right there for the taking, the ACC in general.
Miami is, if Miami doesn't win the ACC, I think it's a disappointment of a season. Miami is as loaded as any team in America.
That should be the expectation.
They
Like I
are
don't
they
there's
they are better than they were last year.
they did
They
lose Ruben Bang. They
some
lost
arms. Got a
some
short arm.
studs on the defensive end. Um,
They did, but they brought in some guys. Like they're if it was like last year was like 60-40 defense, this year I think is 60-40 offense.
yeah, I think they got better at the quarterback position too. Even another year under Malachi Tony.
Cooper
Hopefully he doesn't have
Barkay,
a
the guy that came from Duke with Mensa, is a stud.
yeah. No, I mean
Plus Tony,
champion.
plus the guy who blew up in the playoffs at running back who's coming back. Um, I Miami is a top like 8 team in America.
Yeah, they're right
So
up there. I
it's
think the
there.
preseason
It's
poll had
theirs to win. It's
them.
theirs to lose. And then it's just like everybody else.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And
I agree.
interesting, they're probably the Big 12, but ACC is up there as one of the wide open, fun conferences.
Yeah. No, I
Big
agree.
12, is there a more wide open conference than the Big 12?
No, because the ACC is kind of wide open as far as that second spot goes.
I mean, the Big 12 has, if Tech still had
Swordsby. I like Will Hammond though, and we can talk about the Big 12
rambling,
later.
gambling man,
The rambling, gambling man. Okay, hold on. I
they
saw the
would be the
stupidest
clear
thing.
favorite. They would be the
I,
clear favorite.
I saw the stupidest thing from Texas Tech fans, and I'm not one to like. I don't know. I don't hate Texas Tech. But there was a report that some Mississippi State players, I think either got kicked off the team or suspended for gambling during the Super Bowl and the NBA All-Star game. And the Texas Tech fans I saw on Twitter, which I know the internet's not real, but whatever, they were like, hey, how come this isn't getting more notice? How come we got crucified because of Sorsby? Because they weren't betting on their own games.
It's like that
How do
comedian.
they
It's
just
like,
like they
here's your
just sailed
sign.
over that?
Here's your sign. Like, he bet on his own games. End of story. End of sentence. End of everything.
Now,
In every league, in every country, if you bet on your own games, you're in trouble.
now, I don't blame them for like,
Should Cincinnati get in trouble? Yes.
should
But
Indiana get in trouble?
what do you
Probably.
do? What do you do?
I don't know.
He's not there anymore.
I don't know. But anyway, back to the ACC. I think Belichick's gone after this year. I really do. I think they
For
go
sure.
like 2-10. He's gone.
Yeah, for sure. He may get fired midseason.
Nah, I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll do that. I think we'll hear like they'll let him coach it out, and then we hear like the game, like the before the last game. Yeah, Belichick's done.
What happened with the Mike Lombardi guy?
I think it was some harassment stuff, and he's under investigation for it,
Oh, oh no.
allegedly.
Oh no.
Jordan got to him, took him down.
I feel like North Carolina was fun and frisky with Drake May not long ago.
They're fun and frisky with Mike Brown, and they were like, "We want to go younger," so we hired a guy that's 2 years older.
Mac Brown. Yeah.
What did I
I
say?
think it sounded like you said Mike, and I was like, the NBA coach?
Oh, Mac Brown.
The coach
The
of the Knicks?
champion? Well, no, they hired Mike Malone from the Nuggets. The basketball team did.
Yeah, they did.
Played on administration leave.
I hope that North Carolina gets back to being a frisky team again because
That's
they
where Lawrence
stink.
Taylor went to school. Like,
Yeah,
they have football pedigree.
they do, and they have unlimited money. They
They
got
got
that
Jordan
Jordan
money.
money.
They don't have Jordan money.
Mm,
Technically, well, I guess technically they do.
But
They go to Ireland to play TCU. Oh, that might be worse than that first game last year.
yeah, brutal. Who was
I
that
think
they who was it that they lost to?
North Carolina
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
TCU.
What was the score?
Like,
A
I'm
lot to
looking
a
it up right
little.
now. A lot to a little. It was
That was the game that I was like, this looks like a JV team.
it was 48-14. And they rolled out the red carpet for
TCU
Belichick.
TCU is not good last year either. They
These
were
are
okay.
Josh Hoover. No, and they won the Alamo Bowl.
Now he's at
They
Indiana.
went 9-4. They weren't bad.
They weren't bad. They weren't bad.
TCU wasn't bad. TCU was okay. They were okay. Um,
Now he's at Indiana.
and man,
That quote from Signetti. What do you feel about being the hunted? He's like, I went and got a bigger gun. Wow.
I mean,
This guy
shoot.
doesn't miss.
He, I've seen like I think Indiana might be the hardest team to read in the
Oh
Big
no, it's
Ten, I
Bama.
think,
It's Bama. Oh, in the Big Ten.
in the Big Ten. Because I don't know where to put them. I don't know
I
where to
think
put
they're going
them.
to be good, man.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm too high on them or if I'm too low on them. I don't want to bet against Signetti.
And we'll talk about that when we
Yes,
cover
we
the
will.
Big
We'll talk about the
Ten.
Big Ten. Yes.
That's all I've got for the ACC.
Yeah. I think that's, oh, wait, champion Miami. I have Miami over
Champion
Louisville.
Miami. Champion Miami. Yeah.
Who do you have them losing to?
Clemson.
Or Clemson lose? Okay. Um, okay. So I have two other topics for
I
you.
would hate to see Dabo Sweeney not in college football. That's what I would say.
No, I agree. But I think Clemson will shoot
But
if
is
Gundy's
he
out.
ACC Gundy? Is he ACC Gundy?
No, because Dabo at least won a national title. Well,
Well,
two.
with a little bit more, with a lot more pedigree, but the same trajectory of beloved figure that won't adapt. And I will. Clemson is nowhere near as bad as Oklahoma State was.
I don't know. I don't know.
He gets paid a lot of money.
He does. But he also won two national titles. Like,
He
of course
deserves
you're
it.
going to pay him.
He
Okay.
deserves it. He was at one point, people were like, is this guy the next Saban? Like, is he going to take over for Alabama after Saban retires?
Okay. Yeah, no, okay, I have three topics. SKUBAL,
Mm.
uh,
Hate,
Kyler
hate, hate, hate.
winning Minnesota,
Yeah.
and that thing in the WNBA.
Screwball went to the Dodgers for like a bag of chips and some playing cards.
Yeah, some prospects, which those can
It's
they may
sickening.
end
It
up
makes me
really
sick.
well. No, I hate it. I hate it. There was offers to the Brewers. Can you imagine SKUBAL and the Brewers? Like that would have been awesome.
It sucks because we're not going to get a baseball season next year,
No.
and um, this year is just like turned into the Dodgers becoming like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah. No, it absolutely sucks. And well, actually, it's kind of funny. I saw a stat that was like the White Sox would have a bye and the Dodgers wouldn't
That's
in
funny.
the current playoffs. Um, because the Brewers, Braves, and Dodgers, they're all kind of two games within each other. The Brewers are 74 and 47, the Braves are 73 and 48, and the Dodgers are 72 and 48. Meanwhile, the Cubs are also 71 and 50. So they're also kind of like all in there. And what's weird is that it feels like it doesn't matter. Like the
Yeah.
Braves, well, the Braves, they had Freddie Freeman. Guess where he's at? The freaking Dodgers. There's not enough firepower to match. And it sucks.
Yankees did get Luis Garcia, but it's not going to be enough.
Great, man. I mean,
He's a good
you
player.
can't beat the Rays. Like,
Yeah. No.
heck, we can't beat
It's
the
it's
Rangers can't beat the
it's
Astros. We're
it's
at 60
probably
and 60
Jover.
and have been 500 for the
It's
last
more than
year.
Jover. It's more than Jover.
It is incredibly Jover. Speaking of
And
Jover, WNBA. I mean,
might be Jover.
I think it was Jover before began. Saw one of the players do a freaking flying elbow, get
Players are kissing
ejected.
each other out there
No, they're like she did the Macho Man like elbow drop
on Cunningham.
Sophie Cunningham, and then tweeted and then posted on Threads white privilege, and then she backtracked. I don't have that tweet, but I
Unreal.
was like, this makes no sense. What happened? What?
I the Braves the Braves are good.
The Braves are great. The
The
Brewers
Brewers
are
are
great, but I
good,
can't
but
believe it's
choke.
Brewers
The
because they've
Brewers
been.
choke. The
I
Cubs are
hate
good.
that.
The Cubs are good.
The Cubs are good, but they can't
And
get past the
also
friggin' Brewers.
the Cubs did beat the Dodgers 2 games out of 3.
They got swept by Boston. Friggin' Boston
Boston
is
from the dead. Back from the
holy
dead.
cow.
Losers of 14 in a row.
They swept the Dodgers, by the way.
Yeah, I couldn't remember, but
The
and
dog
one of
no,
that
the
was
Cubs did. The
was
Cubs
it
swept the Dodgers.
Skubal was one of his starts. Was that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So who knows? Anything can happen in baseball. Nobody
But
thought.
at
I
the
mean,
same time,
The
no, it
Jays were
doesn't.
good. The Jays were good last year, really good, and they almost got it done.
Now the Jays are
If
59 and
not
63.
for Yoshi turning into literally Superman,
Turn to Koufax.
insane. But what? So the WNBA, I'm not aware of what's going on. I saw this play that you're talking about, but
That's literally all I had. I mean,
okay,
it was
yeah, no,
literally flying elbow,
that would be 10 game suspension in the
flagrant
NBA.
two, white privilege tweet.
Hey, tough. Skubal, tough. WNBA play, tough. What was the other one?
Kyler Murray,
Kyler,
Minnesota.
JJ McCarthy, vindication for you. Vindication for you. You have been
Vindication.
beating the drum that JJ McCarthy is a bum for years, and now he loses the job to Kyler Murray, who's frankly been terrible at the Cardinals.
What? Well, here's the thing. Kevin O'Connell is, I think, what we call the QB whisperer. We've kind of all acknowledged that he's a QB whisperer. Kyler Murray might go off this year.
I have been saying, remember, if you go back on this very podcast when this happened last year, I said that I thought Kyler Murray is the biggest candidate for a Sam Darnold like turnaround, and it might be happening.
I feel like it all sets up nice. And the NFC North is tough too. So I don't know.
Meat grinder, an
Meat
absolute meat
grinder.
grinder.
All the
Duh
teams,
Bears,
the
duh
Bears,
Packers,
the Packers, the Lions.
duh Lions.
But I mean, I feel so vindicated. I mean, who knows what happens with JJ McCarthy? It made no sense why he was a top 10 pick. This was his
It's
best
only
play.
year
Let
two,
me show you.
and last year he had a meniscus tear.
This is his best play. That was his best play in college. Handing the ball off.
Blake Corum, shout out.
Blake Corum was phenomenal. Even when he was like playing, he wasn't good. He's a bad quarterback. He's not going to win you games. It,
Murray's a winner
yeah, how do you not beat Murray? How do you not beat
normally.
Kyler Murray? If he's like so washed or whatever in Arizona, just
Completely
schooled
washed.
you.
Totally washed.
It
Throwing noodle balls out there.
he's
He was throwing ducks.
who? JJ or
Murray.
Murray? Okay.
But Marvin Harrison Jr. forgot how to catch. So
Yeah, Trey McBride though. Trey McBride was sick.
true. I'm
Um,
happy for Kyler Murray, and I hope that they go off. I don't think they have the talent to like make the playoffs, but
you don't think the Vikings have the talent to make the playoffs?
in the NFC North,
They could. I mean,
they're not
I
better than the Bears. They're not better than the Packers. They might be as good as the Lions.
I don't know. That division is weird. Micah Parsons out for
Bears
like
could
the
take a
first
step
couple
back.
weeks. Bears are either going to, and we could talk about the NFL preview
Madden
later.
curse.
The Bears are either going to regress or they're about to become legit contenders. It is either missing the playoffs or they are a top three seed, top
Oh
two
wow.
seed, maybe. I don't know.
For Bears fans everywhere, I hope that that's not the case. I hope they don't miss the playoffs.
I hope they don't either. Um, but I mean, the scouting was there with JJ McCarthy. All you had to do was watch film. He was not the cog of that offense. He was doing very little. It made no sense why they the strategy was running the ball. And it also didn't help, or it also didn't hurt that he may have had some of the play calls because of the Connor Stallion stuff.
Tough.
There's a stat. There's a stat that had his numbers before Stallions and after Stallions, and there was big drop off after. It it was the biggest red flag in the world. I had no idea how he was a first round pick. I thought he was maybe a day three guy. It made no sense. And then did you see the Schefter propaganda tweet about Michigan? Did you see
Mm-mm.
that?
Mm-mm.
Let me find it. I'll find it and I'll read it to you. Let me
Wolverine
find it and I
Ganda.
will.
I did see Bryce Underwood say that the Ohio State is just another game.
I thought that was weird. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. You gotta say you hate him. If you don't hate him, I mean whatever. But like, I don't know. Let me. I gotta
Bryce
keep
Underwood,
finding.
not from up there.
He's not. Kyle Whittingham said something like super similar. Which I guess he's not there. I think you kind of grow into that hate.
I guess.
I think it grows. Uh, JJ McCarthy misses, and this is the Adam Schefter tweet. First, NFL sources, the Vikings have named Kyler Murray their starting QB. JJ McCarthy missed the entire rookie season due to injury and started 10 games last year, with Minnesota winning 6 of them. Now the still only 23-year-old will be forced to be a backup. I'm gonna pull up some of his stats from his rookie year real quick. Just so I can make sure that I'm not okay. 57.6 completion percentage, 11 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Even when he was on the field, he was garbage. It's not because of the meniscus tear why Kyler Murray is starting.
It's not Meniscus's fault.
32nd in yards. I mean, let's look at these numbers. Let's look at these
Not good.
numbers.
Bad, bad, bad.
Let's look at these numbers, okay?
One of
You
the
want to go game
best
by game?
players of
Let's
the
go game
Vikings.
by.
One of the best players of the Vikings is now an Eagle. Jonathan Grenard. Shout out.
Shout out.
Talk about throwing hospital balls.
Wait, let me.
Jalen Hurts.
He only hit 200. Wait, we can talk about that. JJ McCarthy has only thrown 200 plus yards twice.
Yeah, McCarthy, maybe his ceiling is a game manager guy,
It
is what
always
we've seen,
was.
is what we've seen so far. But Murray at least brings a dynamic edge of being able to run. McCarthy wasn't unathletic at Michigan, but it's a surprise for sure
Not
that, like
really.
you said, a
It's
former top 10 pick is now been has going to take a back seat to a veteran who's on a 1 year deal. But we've seen it before. We've seen it happen before. But Jalen Hurts threw a bad pass in practice and it got intercepted, and the internet freaked out.
I'll let you. Yeah, I sent you this. I think the Bills posted the same thing, and nobody said nothing. I think I saw a couple. Although I did see a couple tweets like,
Spin zone.
why would you post that? Yeah,
The
spin zone.
re
I'll
the
let you go off.
reason the Eagles posted it is because it was the new addition, uh, our new corner that we got from the Seahawks, whose name
Oh,
I cannot remember.
was it?
Tyreek
I thought
Woolen.
was it
Reek
Keandre?
Woolen. Reek Woolen. No, it's
No,
Reek Woolen.
I thought it was
No, it was
just
Reek.
Mitchell.
No,
Quinyon Mitchell. Because it
no.
said, what a play by Q.
Maybe you're right. I thought they were highlighting the new guy. Either way, look, our defense looks great. Spin zone. Spin zone.
Which
It was a
was.
bad throw. It was a bad throw, but it happens in training camp. It happens. We'll be fine. 2.1 million views, though, is insane.
And you better, I mean, the worst part is you better not have a bad game. Guess what's going to show up?
Super Bowl MVP. That's all I'm going to say.
Super Bowl MVP? Yeah.
And would have been Super Bowl MVP if they would have won the year before or 2 years before.
hmm I mean,
Didn't have a great year. The Hard Knocks thing was corny. I've said all these things are on record. Their offensive line has to be better. Everybody has to be better, and I think Jalen Hurts of all people knows that and will be better. And if
I
not, we'll
agree.
get Arch Manning.
Okay.
We'll tank. We'll tank. We'll tank for Arch. Jalen Carter might have been involved in a terrible like scheme, and that's not good.
I forgot about that. I thought it said he was a
Guy
victim of the
died.
scheme.
Guy mysteriously died. Did you see
No, he
that?
killed himself.
Well,
Oh, you think the
yes.
mob got him? Oh, frick.
It's like a day after all this came out, he killed himself. So not great. I sound like I'm doing a Trump impersonation.
Not great.
Not great. It's not great. It's not a
Really
good thing.
bad.
It's not a good thing to see. It's not a good thing to see. You don't want to see it. It's terrible. You don't want to see your best defensive tackle going down like this. You don't want to see it. The
Okay.
quarterback's throwing interceptions in training camp, and your best defensive player is now being indicted in a money laundering scheme. You don't want to see it.
Okay. Last thing. Before we went on our break, we had talked about you were looking at a new NHL team.
Still
I was
looking.
looking into a new soccer team. I have the list,
Okay.
the primary list of my soccer teams. I don't know if you have your NHL list. I opened this up to all of Europe. So here we go. Aston Villa, Chelsea, Everton, Tottenham, Fulham for the Premier League. For Bundesliga, Hamburger SV. Mainly chose that because hamburger. For Serie A, the Italy league. Uh, Napoli, Juventus, and Torino.
Yeah. Juventus. Juventus.
Juventus,
Tus. Yeah. Juventus.
Juventus. Okay. Then I'm kind of going iffy on this. For the Liga, Atletico Madrid,
Mm.
and then I have Barcelona on here, but I feel like at this point he'd be bandwagony.
I
But at
do
the
not.
same
I do
time,
not want to be involved with Yamal.
that's true. All right, they're off the list. What I wanted to kind of be involved, like I like the I
Atletico
want to,
Madrid's interesting.
yeah, because I mean they're not like they're not Real Madrid, they're not Barcelona, they're like the third, consistently third team.
Not even the best
Uh,
team in your city.
yeah, I mean that's okay. We root for the best team that's not, or we don't root for the best team in the state, college football wise.
True.
Um, I kind of just wanted to get involved in the Champions League. Also, Juventus and Torino, they're in the Piedmont region of Italy, which I thought was funny.
Nobody in the French league? Monaco?
No, because it was just like PSG and that was it. And Hamburger SV is kind of on the way out because it's just Munich, Bayern Munich, Dortmund. That's it.
And
So I'm gonna take off.
there's another one.
Oh, Bayer Lifkin or something.
Leverkusen. Bayer
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen. They
Yeah.
won they didn't lose a game in the Bundesliga 2 years ago. The first team to ever not lose a game.
Who?
Leverkusen.
Really?
2 years ago. 2 years ago. They went 42 and 0.
No way.
Yeah, and they made it to the Champions League like semifinal. They were good. They've lost a lot of players from that team, though.
They probably all went to.
What about Arsenal? Arsenal might get Vinny Jr. Did you
So
see this?
I think I saw a rumor about it.
The Gunners.
They're also called the Gooners, and I don't know if I want to be associated
They
with the
are.
word Gooner.
It's because of the way
That
that
would,
the Londoners say Gunners.
my
They
brother
are
just
the
made it.
they are the Gooners because they can't say Gunners.
I can't. No, I can't be a Gooner, man. I can't do that. I can't do that. I looked at my brother. Just,
They when
he's.
they when they won, they posted this is for all the Gooners out there. That's what they said
I
to
cannot
all the
be,
Gooners.
brother. I can't be associated with that.
You can't pick Arsenal after they won the champion, like they won the Prem. That would be the
Oh
most
yeah.
bandwagon
Also, they're
ever.
called the freaking Gooners, man. I can't root for the
No, they're
Gooners.
called the Gunners. They're called the Gunners, and they can't say it right, and they say so it's turned into the Gooners. If you're wanting Champions League stuff, then there's not very many teams that you listed that are going to be vying for
Yeah,
that. You're just
I
going to have to pick a big team.
I don't want to do that though.
What about Bayern Munich? That's a good team for you.
That's but they're like the
Ari
big
Ari Kane, Ari Kane.
Harry Kane. Now, frick Harry Kane, man. He beat Mexico.
Oh, sorry,
Can't root for Harry Kane.
Sir Harry,
Can't root for that. Can't root for that. I guess he was with Tottenham too, so I should probably
forever legend.
we're gonna just knock off Tottenham, even though it would have been fun to root with you,
That's
but
my team. That's my
I
team.
know.
Almost got relegated.
Yeah, probably. So we've I think Chelsea probably is the best bet for the
Yeah.
Champions League. But there was the Super Cup
Don't
today.
go Chelsea. They're owned by the Saudis.
I thought Newcastle was owned by the Saudis.
They both are.
Hey, okay, well I gotta get rid of them.
And Manchester City takes money from the Saudis.
I guess everyone takes money from the Saudis, huh?
Wish
Hmm.
Colorado Buffaloes should have took money from the Saudis instead of charting out that little league middle school team that they've got.
Good grief, man. Like that was bad. That team looks so small. Oh, and the Super Cup today, PSG won 2-1 against Aston Villa.
I'm trying to think of teams. Bayern Munich is like the most popular team in Germany, but still not like the same as like Real Madrid.
True.
Barcelona is interesting. Barcelona is good, really really good. But they
I don't
have
want a bandwagon
Lamine
though.
Yamal.
I
Lamine
really,
Yamal.
I
What
really don't want a
about what about
bandwagon.
trying to think of other Serie A teams. Juventus was good for a long time. I don't think they're as good anymore. I don't think
I think
there's not
Ronaldo
very
left,
many
and
there's not very many Serie A teams that are competing in the Champions League.
yeah, that's true. Did they get two? Did they get two or three? Because I looked this up, but I forgot.
I think two. Man, Roma used to be cool back
Italy
in the
gets
day.
four.
Milan used to be cool back in the day. When
Hmm.
Milan had Balotelli and El Shaarawy, that was a fun team to play with in FIFA. Milan, AC Milan.
So let's see.
Mario Balotelli is a guy that's going to get lost to the fabric of
Yeah,
time. He was on the cover of Sports
I remember
Illustrated
him.
walking on water. That was the cover. His
Atletico
nickname
Madrid is in the Spanish league
his
or the Champions League.
nickname was Super Mario, which is one of the coolest nicknames ever.
Hmm.
He played for Man City. He was dominant, but one of the biggest basket cases ever. And
So I've been told.
he had a very bright and shining career for like 5 years, and then flamed out because he's
I remember
crazy.
that.
It's Antonio Brown of soccer is what this guy is.
Atletico Madrid is in the
They're in La Liga.
well, they're in the Champions League too.
Yeah, no, that would be a good team. They're just never going to win it.
They made the semifinal last year, I think.
They're never going to win.
Hmm. Not with that attitude. There's Dortmund. It's Dortmund too, for the Germans.
Dortmund is it's like Man U and Man City. Dortmund and Bayern.
And Bayern Munich isn't. What is Bayern Munich in comparison?
They're Man U. They're Man United.
Well, what's Dortmund then?
Man City.
Oh, you said differently. Okay, my bad. My bad.
I said they're like the Man U, Man City of the German league. That's like the two
The
biggest.
Barcelona and the Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's the two biggest teams. All
If
right.
they, yeah, we'll discuss this further. I was just
Happy to be
spitballing.
back. Thank
Happy to be
you,
back.
Russell Westbrook. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Russell
Russ.
Westbrook. Be sure to like, to comment, to subscribe. Check out the YouTube. Check out our socials. G42,
GF2. Oh yeah,
GF2, F2
GF2
Pod,
pod.
Parker Terrell 2 on X, Parker Troy 20 on Instagram, Ian Nickel on both platforms. Check us out. We're going to have college football coverage going forward. Thank you all for listening. We're
No.
glad to be back.
We also have some guests coming up here in the future,
Yes,
so
we
stay
do.
tuned for that. It's
Tease
gonna be
the
a lot of fun.
guests. Guest tease.
Guest tease, you got to find out who they are. You got to subscribe, baby. Subscribe. All right, see y'all.